All right. And I think we've talked about this before, but this is always my father-in-law's question. Your life depends on one baseball game. You are going to, your offense is only going to score 1, maybe 2 runs. What pitcher pitches your game so you can, you made a deal with the devil. You get everything you want. Now it's time for the devil to collect, and you go, hey, here, let double or nothing. We're going to have a baseball game. I get to choose my pitcher, you get it. You need to choose a pitcher that is not going to give up he needs, this pitcher's going to win this game for you.
Yeah.
You get 1, maybe 2 runs. Who is that pitcher? And doesn't he have to be generational?
Ever?
Ever. And you know what? I'll take it one step further, because I sit there and go, well, you know, I kind of want Cy Young, and the devil gives me like 98-year-old Cy Young.
Are we getting in their prime?
You could even choose the year
okay. All right.
that pitcher pitched.
All right, because I was starting to say, like, some of them go on a little bit too long.
So I'm going to give you the year. You can even choose what year you want that pitcher to be from. Like, they literally just, the devil goes, and the guy's like, what the heck's going on? Where am I? Oh, shit.
I hope it doesn't bite. Again, it's one of those, like, you know, I hope it wouldn't bite me in the ass and I end up losing the game. But I think just, I mean, because, like, there's this, like, there's a video I saw when I was a kid, and it was an interview with this guy, and the fear as a child, this guy's an old man, all right? It's not like he was pitching and like doing some charity game. That little kid, I was like, oh, let me take this one now. I was watching this man on TV in a little button-up shirt, you know, talking about his old days, and as an old man, still put so much of the fear of God in me that I'd go Drysdale. That guy, like, just because I'm like, obviously, like, you know, by the time, you know, I came around, he was, you know, he was an older pit, you know, but it's like, I mean, I see the videos, and I've watched it, and I'm like, so that would be my pick, just on, you know, just like, I mean, you know, technical, I don't know, I'd probably go, like, you know, Gooden at his prime, maybe, by Kershaw, if he could ever, you know.
You see Drysdale, it's like, well,
but I would just, yeah, I would
the
just,
devil never
like,
said that if you couldn't feel the team, you do not win.
Yeah.
I mean, freaking just peg every opponent in the head and be like, oh, well, you guys have no more players, we win.
I would just be like, well, if I, you know, because, I mean, you put anybody out there, there's a possibility of losing. But, I mean, at least then I'd be like, okay, they're at least going to know. They're going to be like, oh, my God. He's going to hit somebody. Like, there's one guy going to be at home, like, with half his face caved in, like, going, oh, the Anderson game, and I stepped into it. You know, I'd be sitting in hell, but I'd be like, I got to watch one guy get just crap kicked out of him. But it was just, I mean, you'd see those other guys, and they, you know, just mean guys, like, oh, I'd hit pitchers, I'd hit batters all the time. But this interview would drive, God, hopefully my parents saw that video somewhere, I'll show it to you. But he was just, like I said, he's an old man. And he's just, his face was just like, eh.
Plate's mine, not yours.
Like, I don't care. Like, that was his face. Like he just smacked somebody that morning. Like, he was just, it wasn't like, oh man, back then, whew, I had some stuff going on. He, you know, he's long retired, and he was just shrugging his shoulders like, get in my way, I'm gonna pop you. And it was just, and like, as a kid, I just remember just that, like, it's just driven into my mind. I mean, like I said, it's, you know, there's great, I mean, Guidry, obviously, you know, but, because the thing with Ron, too, like, it's the old argument, like, if there was a night he was gonna, like, get hit on, he knew where to put the ball, you know, that somebody was gonna get it.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna get on, you know, one way or another, they're not getting on base. So, I mean, you know, like, for technical, you know, probably somebody like that, but But just at least that way, like the devil's looking at me like, hey, thanks for giving me a show, dude. Like you at least get like a lazy boy down here or something. I mean, maybe I might get a more comfortable room for entertaining it, but.
All right. Now here's the trick with me, because I can't give a year, because honestly I don't know how old this son of a bitch is. But Satchel Paige.
172 years old.
Because Satchel, and like you, like Guidry and so and so. Satchel, I just go because he has just such an arsenal of junk pitches that you never know what you're going to get with him. So it's one of those, he might throw outside, he might throw up, he might throw, he could be on, I've seen the video where he's like sitting at the mound and still guns it, like literally sitting, no motion, just goes, so like, oh my gosh, it's great. He's a big time pitcher. When you need it, he's there to win. I mean, he won Rookie of the Year at 87 years old. I mean,
it's one of those like that. Maybe like when you die and go to heaven, maybe that's like the first. And they're like, hey, here's how old Satchel Paige actually was.
Okay.
Because
it's like even again, and played for the Miami Marlins for 3 seasons. Freaking had a helicopter bring him into the. You knew if you were coming by helicopter, you're big time. It's just one of those. Is like he's a big game pitcher. The record doesn't show it, but if you look, there's that thing in the NBA called clutch shooting, where game's tied, you're down by 2 with like 30 seconds left. This is your percentage, and I wish there was a stat for that in baseball, where it's like, hey, the first 120 games don't count.
Yeah.
No, those stats don't count. But hey, you're a game behind, or you're tied for the wire or something. It's like, and you need this pitcher. That stat. I need that stat. I need clutch pitching. So there's Kirk Gibson. Not Kirk Gibson. Satchel Paige. Awesome. Would go with him. But if I.
Oh well, good Kirk.
Yeah, I'm not good. But.
Again, I mean, clutch in a World Series, but I mean, I don't know. Like,
but if I'm going with, I do not want to go to hell, and I'm plucking him out, Bob Gibson, World Series. That, the only one I can compare it to for people our age, Madison Bumgarner.
Yeah.
Think Bumgarner, but with more on your shoulder, because Bumgarner at least had a team. And people will argue, it was like, well, the Cardinals that year had it. It was like, no, the Cardinals had Bob Gibson.
Yeah,
that's what they had.
He was mean as shit too, man.
That's what they had, and he was clutch. Satchel Paige was clutch, but Bob's like, I don't like losing. He'll go to spring training. He's like, nope, I'm throwing everything. I'm throwing it's spring. Bob, it's spring training. Relax. Nope.
Yep, work on the other stuff later.
No, we winning. Bob, we don't. Bob, you're staying in for 2 weeks. Nope, I'm staying for the entire game. It's like, Bob, relax. Nope. It's like, I need my time in heaven or hell depends on Bob Gibson. And of course, there's other ones out there, like I've mentioned, Matt. If I can pull Bumgarner from the World Series, like literally before the World Season starts, Satan goes, there you go. Maybe that's why. Maybe I do actually die in the future because I made a deal with the devil, and Madison Bumgarner saw it. I go, I want Bumgarner from this point, and he sees shit. He's like that's why he just came back in a trance. It's like, I saw stuff that I'm not allowed to talk about.
Just like,
but you got Sandy Koufax, Cy Young, Christy Matheson. You have so many greats that you can choose from, but again, your life depends on it. Got to go with those. Which brings it, freaking Bumgarner, man. Would the Giants have won that series without Bumgarner?
It's just another one of the like. God, I've got a friend that is like the most massive fucking Giants. I'm sorry, I'm really gonna rhyme. It's gonna be like, I'm going to do your videos. Like, I'm not gonna swear one of these days.
No, that ain't gonna work. I've given up that kids don't watch this. They're too busy watching PewDiePie and stuff like that. They don't care about baseball. Kids, watch baseball. World Baseball Classic was amazing this year. I will fight anybody who says otherwise. Except when I was in Los Angeles, man. Keep the World Baseball Classic in Miami.
It was just one of those, I'm like, I know we get spoiled on the East Coast, but it's like, oh my God, it'd be like, what time is it, 10? It starts at 10. Like, and I mean, I get, that's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon for them. But I'm like you just got so nice, like go, you know, get off work, go grab something to eat, time I get home, there's the game. Awesome.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, like you said, 9 or 10 o'clock, got that last game.
It was beautiful.
Awesome. 1 o'clock in the morning when it was over. But it was...
Christian Yelich, household name. So, alright, we're about 15 minutes away, so I've never been to First Data Tradition.
This is one of the ones you've been to?
No, this is my last East Coast stadium.
Nice.
So, gotta finish it. Until next time, guys, have fun, enjoy baseball. Season's almost up. By the time this video happens, we're only going to be like week 4 into the baseball season because reasons. I don't like just pumping. I like having variety every week instead of just putting everything on in 1 week and having people have. I like to give you guys a break. There's only so much of this ugly mug you guys actually want to see. That's why we have a radio show.
I've got to watch the other ones. I can't believe you got 4 out of that last one.
Yeah, well, but at the start of this filming, only 2 are up. By the time this airs, all of them will be up. And then we'll probably still have some other ones that we were filming. So, until next time, guys, enjoy, have fun, baseball.